Hey everybody, welcome back into the studio. I'm Stephen Levine from NASCAR Illustrated. This is Tom Vandervoort from Sporting News, here to preview the upcoming Phoenix race. Phoenix is a great little racetrack.
Great little racetrack, 1 mile long, fairly flat, pretty fast. It reminds me of Richmond in a lot of ways. It is like New Hampshire as well. They tend to bring similar or the same tire package from those two racetracks to this track, which tells me and all of you fans out there that the forces on those tires are pretty similar. That means the setups on the cars are going to have a relationship to those. And so you go back and you look at those races and you kind of see who did what there. And that, if you're Matt Kenseth now, that gives you a little bit of hope, I think.
Yeah, and then let's not forget, this is a track that was fairly recently reconfigured.
Right.
I mean, not you know, they've been there a couple of times since the reconfiguration, but we're still learning. And so I think maybe past statistics can't necessarily transfer directly to the current track
I think
configuration.
it means you're in the ballpark, but it's not like you can take your old notes that you've tweaked year after year and bring them here and set up your car and go. Look, it's a track where track position is really helpful. You got to have some patience in the corners. You can overdrive those things. Certain guys have a feel for what this racetrack needs and what the race car needs to do well at this racetrack. And so those are the guys that can tend to run well here. Of course, Jimmy Johnson is one of those guys.
Yeah, he is one of those guys, and we'll talk about him and several other drivers when we come back with Miss Sprint Cup, Brooke Werner. Well, as we promised, we're back with Brooke. You guys, you finished in third place last week. Finally.
But are we in the lead still?
Yeah. But I made a big close because I got a maximum 6 points here.
Okay.
Wow.
Because Jimmy won the race.
Do you remember who you picked?
Who did I pick? Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon
Yeah.
finished
Yes.
38.
Oopsie doopsie.
I apologize in advance to the driver I pick because actually I think sometimes Jacqueline and Kim get a better pick than I do.
So there's some sort of karma.
There's a karma thing.
There
issue.
might
What did you
be.
do?
So who do I really not like this
You did something bad then. You must have done
All
something
right,
bad.
so Miss Sprint Cup still in the lead with 71 points. Tom has 66. I have 55.
Okay.
I'm 5 points behind. Is that what you're telling me?
Kyle Busch is still your championship pick.
Right.
I still have Matt
Kenseth.
and you guys still have Kurt Busch. So do you want to keep Kyle Busch?
Well, if I could have Matt Kenseth, I should probably take Matt
Go to
Kenseth. But
the
the question is, do I want to go to the hat like Miss BW
I
did
was
here?
bold last weekend.
You were bold.
So what are you going to do?
I'll take Matt Kenseth.
Throwing
I
the
have to
names
pick because
around.
you took my Matt Kenseth.
Okay.
So I'm going to shake these up.
If he gets Jimmy Johnson, I'm going to
All
beat. Shouldn't Brooke be holding that?
You want to hold it?
I can do this.
It seems like something you'd be good at,
What?
holding that hat for him to pick.
Oh my
If this
goodness.
loser ends up winning the championship of our little thing.
Jimmy Johnson, yo.
I feel like, are they all
cannot
Jimmys? Did
believe
you
it.
just
I
make
cannot.
this?
I could have gotten
believe
Joey
it.
Logano.
Well, because now this just got real.
This got serious.
It got real serious.
That's,
I'm gonna go with Jimmy because guy's on a roll. All right,
Yeah.
he does
And
well.
it's
He does
Phoenix.
well at Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jimmy's my guy. But before all these shenanigans just happened, I had a bit of a wild card picked out.
Really?
Don't tell us yet. 'cause
Okay, I'll wait to
maybe
see,
one of
make
us will
sure
pick
he-
it.
Sounds like a.
I mean, I'm second. Maybe you should go next since you're in last
What are you trying to
place.
say?
That you're in
That I
last.
need a little extra help?
I just thought you might want to
Give it
take
to him.
I might want to take who?
take the extra help.
I'm
What
going to take, if I'm going next, I'm going to probably take not your pick anyway, because I'm going to go with Kevin Harvick.
Okay.
Kevin Harvick is good at Phoenix. Has had a strong chase, a fairly strong chase. He won at Phoenix as recently as last season, so I'm going with Kevin Harvick.
All right. Well, I'm thinking obviously about Matt Kenseth at this point in the season, and based on what he did at Martinsville and at New Hampshire, both flat tracks in New Hampshire, certainly very similar to Phoenix. I'm going with Matt. I'm going with Matt because he's my championship pick now too.
Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, but who was your wild hair idea?
My
Wild hair?
Hair.
I don't know.
Rabbit.
Like a little bunny rabbit.
Cute
Who's-
rabbit.
yeah.
Just sticking his head up and saying,
I was going to go with a driver who isn't currently in the chase for the Sprint Cup. I mean, he is in the chase for the
Keselowski?
Sprint Cup, but he's not really eligible,
No.
I think, to win at this point.
nobody is except for
mathematically.
Matt and Jimmy.
But he does really well at Phoenix, and that's Clint Boyer.
Yeah.
Was my
I like
ballpark
that.
pick. So
Yep.
I'm going to go for both, but
Okay.
points are on Jimmy this week.
Hamlin's
Okay.
also a decent pick.
Yep.
Yes.
All right,
Agreed.
well, come back, see if we can make up any more ground on the Miss Sprint Cup juggernaut.
We're going to have to win. Like someone's going to have to win a couple
out.
weeks in a row
Yeah,
to
and you're gonna
catch
have to
them.
lose.
You're looking at her.